whether you have warm weather yet or not. We don't. It's about 55 today. But I wanted to talk a little bit about aquatic scents. I spent 21 years in Northern California, spending time on the Pacific coast, and now I'm in Chicago, where we have an enormous lake, and for those of you that don't live here, it can feel like an ocean when you're standing next to it. Waves and all, beaches and all. So in honor of the water and the pending summer, I want to talk about the aquatics in my collection. And I'll start by telling you in order of realism how realistic all of them are, and then we'll talk a little bit about them. The first one that is the most realistic I have is Cape Desperation by Treading Water Perfumes. The second most realistic one that I'm using quite frequently is, and you've probably heard me talk about before because I adore it, is Sydney Rock Pool by Arquiste. The next, stepping down from realism, is Pacific Rock Moss from Goldfield and Banks. The next one down is a new acquisition of mine from Laboratorio Olfativo, and it's called Selena. And then the most representative aquatic that is not a realistic aquatic but is in the most gorgeous bottle is Oceana di Sieta by Salvatore Ferragamo. And as you can see, I adore this bottle. It is just beautiful. So this is probably the lightest and the most, as I said, representative of an aquatic, but it is also really nice for going to the beach or a swimming pool or someplace where you're going to probably wash it off anyway. So I put a little bit of this into a travel-sized decant, and sometimes can be a really great summer scent. So this first one is Cape Desperation by Treading Water Perfumes. The style is a moody marine chypre, and it's got notes of pine, seaweed, coastal flowers, and it says stormy air and oceanic notes. Its impression is wild and rugged, feels windswept, brings to mind a stormy coastline, briny, coniferous, and a little bit of distant rain. It's really cinematic and really realistic. If you've ever been near some of those tide pools in the Pacific, perhaps also in the Atlantic, but I'm more familiar with the Pacific, this smell. The realism is very high. It feels like a real place, especially one with rocky shores and weather-beaten landscapes. So I really like this one. I wouldn't say it's a pretty scent, but it is an intriguing and, like I said, realistic scent and a real memory enhancer, which is great. The next one in my order of realism is Sydney Rock Pool. And I also love this bottle because I love these little round bottles from Arquiste. All their bottles are the same, all different colors. This one, of course, is blue. It's an aquatic skin scent. So this one has coconut, sea salt, driftwood, skin musk, and ambergris. Really pretty bottle. Really love it. And its impression is a warm, salty late afternoon at the beach. Sun-warmed skin, a sea breeze blowing, and traces of sunscreen. First time I smelled it, I kept smelling my wrist because it was, to me, a very unique and scent. It's not linear. You get a lot of the sandalwood up front, but it really settles into a blend that is gorgeous for the whole rest of your wear time. It's got a long wear time as well. Sensual, enveloping. It's got a high realism, but it captures kind of full sensory experience of being near the ocean, especially the way skin smells after a swim. The next one was Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks. Again, they really do a nice job with these scents, with these beautiful blues. I really enjoy them. This is a fresh marine aromatic, so it's got Australian coastal moss, sea spray, lemon, geranium, and cedar. It's bright, it's breezy, it's clean. It's got a slight green herbal scent to it, uplifts in sunlit water more than kind of depths. It's not really like being in the water so much as being beside the water and smelling it from there. Its realism is moderate, kind of like a stylized but plausible take on walking near the ocean. It's a bit more polished than it is raw, whereas Cape Desperation is, I would say, entirely raw. The next one is Selena. This is the newest one in my collection. This is by the Laboratorio Olfativo, which I love that name. Selena is a salty aromatic style with warmth. It has salt, myrtle, lemon, incense, and quote-unquote marine notes. And it is like a salty air in the Mediterranean. So whereas the other ones remind me of living on the west coast of the US, this one is definitely more Mediterranean in style, slightly resinous, and it's bright. It's got some to it, so I really enjoy the evocativeness of the Mediterranean, and the incense notes add kind of it's beautiful. I got it at a great price and I'm really enjoying it. And then finally, this beauty, an elegant aquatic floral. And it is the least like an ocean of any of the ones on this list. It's got sea accord, magnolia, pink pepper, and heliotrope. It's more abstract and synthetic in feel. It's clean and watery. It's got kind of a silky sheer texture and a blue sort of sensation or aura. It's not quite a real ocean, but more of a fantasy or a high-end spa. So all of these are quite lovely. These are the aquatics that I've settled onto as the ones that I've enjoyed. Probably think I have a full set right now. Don't need to investigate any further aquatics for a little while, but these are a great collection and I'm excited to start wearing them for the summer.